Well, you're looking at a brown chair and some tat. Literally, this thing is absolutely diabolical. This is the Astro bicycle stem, £8 from China. It's similar to the Wake stem, but slightly more expensive. Those used to be about £2. I think they've gone up in price. I mean, it's like identical. Even the quality is identical. Yeah, if you look here, show on camera. It is tricky to get it to show on camera, but if you see it, look in now, you can see all these like ridges. You run your finger over it. You can see that's from a blunt cutter. The tooling used to machine this stem was obviously very, very worn out. I've seen this on Wake stems as well. Like you can tell, that's just horrible. The alley itself, there's no obvious porosity in this particular one, but I have seen it in Wake stems before. This is an Astro branded one, so it's no better, just in case you're wondering. And look there, look at that. That's, oh, look at that burr. You see the cutter, not only was the cutter blunt, they didn't bother to try and deburr it afterwards. You see that lip? I'll just get something to poke that with. See that lip there? I want to try and get the lip off, try and deburr it with my screwdriver. Yeah, you can actually see that in there. That's a big old lip. And yeah, it's got a little deburring tool in there, you can get it off. There's also a slight lip round the edge, which is nowhere near as bad. This is obviously a cast stem, and then they've machined it after the fact, so it's far inferior to an actual forged stem. I mean, we looked at the Honson earlier, that was far better than this whole thing. But yeah, you see the ridges there. It's not quite as bad as some of the Wake ones I've seen, but it's blatantly like the same stem rebranded. This happens to be a slightly better quality than the actual Wake one. Holes in there, look, there's burrs going through everything. Yeah, I wouldn't trust that as far as I could throw it, to be totally honest. Yeah, Astro bike stem, avoid that one like the plague, lads, unless you're just, well, I don't know, I wouldn't even put it on a pub bike, I don't think. I had a set of those Wake handlebars and I was carrying, I just used it on a shop bike, and I went to go get some beers. Anyway, I think it was 18 cans, it might have been 24. Anyway, I had them on the old handlebar, and the handlebar snapped in half on me, just going down from the shop. This would have been, I'd like to say a year ago, but it's probably about 2 years ago, to be totally honest. Yeah, that was on a blue Carrera Vulcan. Had the blue Wake stem, blue Wake handlebars. I didn't really look at them, to be totally honest. I literally just did what most people do and just threw them on there. Then I got involved in like quality control and things like that. I was a welder previously, and I got involved with some quality control at a company I worked at, and I started to look at things a lot more. And then you look at some of this stuff, you're like, oh my god, it's absolutely terrible. This is just, yeah, no. The bars themselves, the reason they failed was because the wall thickness varies on the inside of the handlebar. So it'll be like 3mm in one spot and like 0.5 mm in another spot. And then you just get fatigue cracks because, you know, fatigue, you know, stress can't travel through a crack. It has to congregate at the point of the crack, making the crack even longer. But yeah, these, or you know, even the little defect, even these ridges, they're not really in a place that's going to cause a crack, but the fact that it's like that is just one making you wonder what the rest of it's like. You know, this thing could have porosity and holes and God knows what in the middle. Those threads could, you know, look at that hole, look at that. That's not even round. Looks like it was drilled with a crayon or something. Yeah, God. It's really, the only reason the drill's gone through it is it's got hot enough to actually make a hole. It was that blunt. Same can be said for the rest of the cutter on the thing. That is horrendous. That concludes this video of eBay tat stems, or this one in particular. We have the videos of these other two, plus a couple of others, which are actually reasonable. These are not so bad, but you do pay the extra money, so these are getting up towards race face money. That concludes this video. See you later.